a period between the ages of basically 15, 16, 17 years old where this energy is surging in this particular area of your body, in this particular chakra, and that there's all kinds of things that you do and say and think and feel that you think are objective, but that in fact the thesis is that are the direct consequence of the functioning of this energy in your body, this orange sexual reproductive energy that's in your body. And there's a particular frequency. You can read Bruyère's studies on this. I'll give you some sites on those there that talks about exactly what the electromagnetic frequencies are of this and what the range is, and that there's a whole discussion about the quote normal level of energy in these centers in the normal frequency ranges, and so that if you have a frequency being emitted by one of these energy centers that is substantially different than the normal range, it will in fact manifest itself in different kind of conduct on your part. And that Bruyère has got one of her books here. I think I brought it. Here's one of them. This is called Wheels of Light. There's multiple volumes of this, but this actually talks a lot about this. It has a lot of the studies, and it talks about the historical writings about this throughout the world, and it talks about the latest scientific studies, and it talks about the tests that are being done measuring the electromagnetic vibrational frequencies of these different chakras, etc. But and it's Bruyere, Rosalind Bruyere, and this Wheels of Light, it's called, and it's a great study in this, and she lots of footnotes and details to scientific studies that you can find this. That there's then a third chakra, energy center in the body, which is, and this the second one is just below your navel, down in here. This one is just around your solar plexus here, inside your body. It's normally designated by the color yellow, and this is a center from which you project your power into the world. And there's a whole series of psychological phenomena connected with your assertions of power or your failure to assert power, your sense of powerlessness, or your dominating or aggressive disposition is affected by this particular energy center in your body. And it is an energy center around which, for example, a lot of the major martial arts that are taught right here, upstairs in this room, of Tai Chi, etc., all tend to move around this power center. And in fact, they can project this power out of their body. They can actually project this power to. In fact, I'll tell you that I was in Special Forces back in 1963 to 65, and we were out of Fort Bragg, or excuse me, we were at Fort Devens, and the Captain Campbell came in and he set up this little 8mm film projector, and had a number of the captains from the base there, and he set up this little projector and he showed it on this little screen. It was this little like brown and white, film, like from the 1920s or something, and it was a film of this little like 80-year-old Chinese guy, and he shows him with this little robe on. He was walking out into this field, and he takes the robe off, and he's got this little loincloth on, and he ducks down and he steps in through this fence in this field, and there's this great big bull out in the field, and the bull starts this thing at him like this, and the little guy is going like that at the bull. The bull comes charging at him like full tilt, comes charging at this little guy. And the little guy just stands like that watching the bull come at him, and he just slowly drops down, way down, way down, as the bull is coming at him, and the bull puts his horns down and starts to, and the little guy just slowly goes down like this and ducks like this as the horn goes over by the top of his head, and he reaches out with one hand and just touches the hoof of the bull going past him, just lifts up on it in the slightest, and the bull just tumbles head over tea kettle, just tumbles down through the field and gets up and freaks out and runs away. And then the little guy, the little Chinese guy, goes over. They show him standing in front of this great big target. He's sitting in front of this great big wooden target, and there are these four guys over here in these big kabuki military things, with the horns and all that, with these big armor like on. They've got these big gigantic war boats, these war boats, and they stand there and they all draw back their bows at this little guy. He's no more than from me to you here away, and all four of them just let fly with these arrows right at this guy. The little guy stands there and just goes toom, toom, toom like this, and the arrows stick in the wall all around him like that. And you could tell for absolute sure he never touched any one of the arrows. He just set up this energy field around his body and turn these arrows away. And Captain Campbell turned off the little thing, and he said, "If you guys see anything like this out in the field in Vietnam, you're to report it to your commanding officer immediately," he says.